I always wonder which social media gets us first, right? Because then they always get to see this chunk of it, and then they get to see the rest of it after the fact, right? So
Yeah, as it
go.
spreads out.
So all right, we are live. Hitting play. Here we go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No,
Uh-oh.
we're
Somehow my
live,
button.
Earl.
I know my
Earl,
fancy buttons aren't working right now.
we're live. So
What are you gonna
embarrassing.
do? Embarrassing. What are you gonna do? All
Yeah,
right. Oh, I have
like
to do
I'm
this.
worried about being embarrassed,
Well, yeah, with the branding and everything. Yeah, I guess not.
right?
Okay, give me a sec. I gotta do this manually. My fancy buttons aren't working. So here we go. Intro area. And it's
No, I'm not
supposed
hearing
to.
it. There it is.
Welcome to Earl and the Idiot, the show that gives you the answers you need to take your business to the next level. With Earl Flormata, one of Vancouver's most sought-after business and marketing consultants, author of Business Engine Optimization, consultant to over 60 successful businesses, an all-around evil marketing genius with a combined total of more than $70 million worth of sales to his credit. And some idiot. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Indeed. Now, the funny thing is, if we had shot this at our normal time, I would be the one outside of the office.
Oh,
So I was actually going to prep my laptop to grab the microphone and everything else and test all the stuff and find the background and da da da. And you're like, oh, I'm going to be busy at the regular time. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll be home then. So I'm at home, and now you're someplace else.
that's a good for you. Yeah, the what do you call it? The water is off at our apartment,
Hmm.
or at least I said it was going to be off from 8 to 5, like the entire day.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so we were up early this morning, rapidly, getting our toiletries done and filling up the Brita, filling up our water
Yep.
bottles and filling up the Brita.
There you go.
And we're out the door. So I'm set up in a mall right now. I don't know. The audio is not going to be as good, and hopefully I don't annoy all the people sitting around me by talking business in the
It's
middle of
it,
all this.
I mean, I can hear you. It's not as clear as the big microphone, but it's
Yeah,
still relatively clear. So it's
yeah.
good.
Wasn't going to bring the big microphone with me. Um,
Good plan.
yeah. And if I'm a little off, I slept really badly last night.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, don't you hate that? If you don't sleep well or whatever, and then the next day you try to think something through, and it's like we try to say something and it doesn't come out right.
The
You go,
brain the
oh,
brain doesn't brain as well as it usually brains. Yeah,
brain's not
exactly.
braining, and it's like, yeah, I need this brain. I really could use it functioning on all four cylinders right now because
Oh, it's okay. We
I
have the
got work
AI
to
for
do.
most of that, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. But you made a big technical blunder in the branding of this show because you have to show up and do a good job. I literally call myself an idiot. So the worse job I do on the show, the more on brand it is. So I really did a smart move there. I don't like bragging, but
All good, all good. That's a good naming convention. I dropped my iPad pen, so now it's underneath my desk, and I'm not going to go crawl underneath to get it, but that's fine. So anyway,
fair enough.
here
Anyway,
we
how's
are.
your week going?
Well, I started, so I haven't, I'll admit, I haven't been posting as much on socials like LinkedIn as I should be, right?
Oh, Earl, so
Um,
disappointed in you.
well, I don't know, I just got lazy, I guess. But today the content just made itself. So I went to Starbucks at 5 o'clock in the morning because as you do, 'cause
Yeah,
that's when it's opened,
you
and
do.
my first meeting's at 6. And so I'm like, all right, well, I gotta hustle over to Starbucks. And I get there and I'm standing there. I'm like, where the hell's my drink? Because it said it was ready. And I looked at the barista and they know me, right? And they're like, they look at me, they're like, wait. They look at the bar, they look at me, they look at the bar, they look at me,
Yeah.
no drink. Like, dude, someone stole your drink. And I'm like, oh shoot. So yeah, anyway, so they remade it for me, clearly. But yeah, someone made off with my drink. They absconded with my drink. They kidnapped my
You,
drink.
honestly, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often.
They tell me it actually happens quite often. They can tell when someone's about to
Oh,
steal a drink because they wander in, they don't make any eye contact. They're always like this.
yeah,
They look at a drink, they grab
yeah.
it, and they just run, right? And so they tell me that's what it looks like when they steal it. But this guy looked at all the drinks, Goldilocks style, picks out mine and goes, "That's probably the most delicious one," and just makes off with it. So anyway, so
He knew you had the good taste. You know, if
well,
you ever wanted to shoplift or break into cars or steal coffees from Starbucks, it's like invest in a nice suit.
yeah, walk in like you own the place.
You know what
Go,
I mean?
"Oh, that's mine. Take
Walking like
that,"
you own
and
the place.
confidently stroll back out again. No one will be the wiser.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if you just walk into a Starbucks in a nice suit, you know, get a pair of clippers and keep your hair nice and trimmed,
Mm-hmm.
and just walk and be like, "Ah, my drink, thanks, guys," and walk back out again. Yeah, not gonna be a problem.
No one's gonna know,
You might have a
especially
problem
the
if
busy
you're trying to,
ones.
yeah, if you're trying to shoplift, you might have a problem that if you look too good, the people at the store might pay too much attention to you because they're trying to make a sale.
Right.
But they're gonna suspect you shoplifting. It's like the thieves always look like thieves. It's like, guys, try not looking like thieves. How about that?
Professional. Put the suit on. There you go. But then again, if they're
Yep.
stealing stuff, they probably can't afford the suit. So who knows?
Yeah.
So step
And if
one,
you,
steal suit, right? Then step two, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And also, I guess if you've resorted to stealing other people's Starbucks coffees, you probably aren't known for making the best decisions in life.
Right.
So maybe having a smart strategy on how to do your stupid activity is just kind of contradiction in terms, an oxymoron, as it were.
Yeah. And then I guess earlier this week was my birthday on Monday. So I
Wait, whose birthday?
as mine. So
Your birthday?
my birthday was on Monday. So yeah, it
Why did?
was
Oh, well, sorry. Happy birthday.
well, thank you. But my wife couldn't get the day off, so I'm like, okay,
Oh,
well, I guess I'm going to be on my own today. And so I built a entire strategy around marketing birthday things, and then I made a birthday video that I put together, and then I'm going to release that probably soon here. And I have probably like 80 things that you can do in Vancouver. I know we had this discussion
oh yeah.
around your birthday,
Mm-hmm.
so I finally signed up to freaking everything. And there's like $200 worth of crap in this. So
Yeah.
there's $200 worth of free stuff that you can get in Vancouver. And I'm gonna replicate this city by city by city and use this as a lead gen system to drive traffic to my other offers and affiliate links.
Nice.
So, and
You're gonna make
I'm particularly proud of the birthday offer because my daughter was the one who spliced all the videos together. So she got really good at video editing. And I'm like, hey, can you edit this stuff? Because I shot it and I hate video editing. And she's like, yeah. And she does it all on her phone, which was
oh,
spectacular. I'm like, wait, don't you need to put this on your computer? She's like, nah. She's this is I can just do it on my phone. I'm like, all right. And she just fires up CapCut and like a freaking pro, she slaps them all together. And the video was spectacular. Like this looks really, really good. The way she cut things in and out. I'm like, hey, this is really good. Like, can I hire you? And she said no.
and
So
so what are you doing? You're advertising the freebies for the birthday, and then you're putting affiliate links in the description. I'm getting it,
bang
Earl.
on,
Becoming
bang
less
on,
idiot day by day.
bang on. But the offer is going to be a little bit different. What I'm going to do is so there's multiple
There's always another angle. There's
targets.
always
Yeah,
another angle.
actually, you know what? Why don't we just save it? Because actually, it is my hack of the day or hack of the week. So
Oh, okay.
I'll save that for the hack of the week part,
Okay.
and we can kind of go from there.
All right. Fair enough. Thought I was gonna say something else, but it's gone now because I am
And
sleepy.
it's gone.
I'm sleepy.
And it's gone.
So this is Earl and the Idiot. We'll introduce you. You heard about Earl. He does all the cool things that you heard in the intro, and we're here to get his wisdom on business-related matters that hopefully will help you, the audience. I'm here to just ask stupid questions because someone needs to extract the information from Earl, and I'm dumb enough to ask enough questions and shameless enough to admit I don't know things. But what we do, because we're lazy and ChatGPT is amazing,
Yes.
I got a story about how amazing ChatGPT is. I wrote a short story for a subreddit,
Mhm.
right? And I couldn't sleep last night. So I caught it's a 2 sentence horror story. It's a whole subreddit, it's a whole genre. You try to write a horror story in just 2 sentences. Anyway,
Nice.
and so it's very short. And so I just said, hey, ChatGPT, what do you think of this story that I wrote for this specific subreddit? And of course, it knows the subreddit and everything. And I posted. I said, "What do you think of this?" And I copied and pasted it. As soon as I hit send, it immediately started going, "Hey, that's great." Like there was no thinking. It just immediately came back with total understanding of the story
Hmm.
and a literary analysis of it. Oh, that's great because your first sentence kind of sets up this expectation, but then the second sentence has this twist that turns it into a horror story. And it's great. And then unprompted, I didn't even ask for this. It said, I would suggest possibly changing the first line of dialogue to make it sound a little more natural, something like this.
And then it gives you the new thing, and it's even better than what you wrote. Damn it!
It, it was more natural. It wasn't better. It's you still need human editors. I have to say
Hmm.
that my girlfriend's a human editor, so you still need human editors because
Yeah.
it didn't get that there was a reason the dialogue had to be like that because you're constrained to two sentences. So I had to make it
Hmm.
a little unnatural to make sure it included all the necessary information. But it was just the fact that ChatGPT understands literary meaning
Yeah.
is amazing. You remember you saw? I'm sure you saw Interstellar. Yeah, Interstellar, the one with the black hole and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was just a few years ago. And there's a scene in there where he's talking to the robot.
Yeah.
Right, he's got his AI robot that's his kind of companion there, and he says, and the robot makes a joke, and he starts talking to the robot. He's like, "Hey, why don't you take your comedy level? I don't need the jokes right now. Take your comedy level down from an 8 to like a 4." And the robot tells a less funny joke, and he's sort of like, "You want me to set you on 1?" Like, and it was like the joke was funnier because it was less funny, and like I remember watching that and be like, ah, computers can't do that sort of thing. That's too
Nope.
human.
And now here we are,
And now here we are,
right?
just a few years later. I was watching. I was like, that's so unrealistic. And no way a computer could ever understand gradations of jokes.
No.
You know,
And
it's
here
it's
we
too
are.
human. And here we are. And this thing understood my story. Again, it didn't have to think about it or process it. It began writing its response immediately, no lag.
The um the script I wrote for the birthday hunter offer was completely done by AI.
Oh, yeah,
The web page, the landing page was completely done by AI. And because it's I've been teaching it how I talk and da 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 da, it writes it exactly the way I would have, right? Like I was so proud of like one of the text parts goes, why do I do this birthday hunter thing? It's because every single time someone goes, gets a free taco and goes, oh my god, I didn't know this was a thing. A marketer gets their wings, and I was rolling on the ground laughing, going, that's
yeah,
exactly how I would write this crap, and the damn AI is doing it. And so I got another one for you. The AI is now writing all of my Facebook ads for crap I'm selling on Facebook. And half of the
okay,
responses I get on Facebook for the ads that are popping out are, dude, I don't want this thing. I wish Facebook ads would let me tip you. You're hilarious. I'm just reading the rest of your posts. And I'm like, wait, what? So like I got like 80 messages on Facebook, and 40 of them are just saying, "Hey, your descriptions are freaking hilarious. I'm just gonna read your
wow,
crap. I don't actually want to buy your stuff. I just want to read your crap." I'm like, "Damn it, buy my crap!" But
yeah.
I'm
Tell
trying to clean out the
ChatGPT
basement here, people. I'm trying to clean out the basement, and so
tell
like
ChatGPT to write it in a way that sells better.
it is selling though. So it's just that I like literally half of the responses are, "We love your fucking work," and I'm like, "This is crazy."
Right.
And then the other
That,
half are the people who either buy it or flake out either way. So
that's affiliate selling.
no, it's just selling the junk in my basement. I'm trying to
Oh,
sell, for example, I have one of those thumb piano things, right?
oh,
And my wife hates this thing, so I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I'm going to sell it, so fine. I don't mind. I have a real piano, so I'm not
can,
heartbroken without this.
can,
And by
can
the
you
way,
favorite?
I found an app that does the exact same thing, and it was free. So I'm like,
There
well,
you go.
screw it, right?
Can
Who
you
needs?
can you favor us with a tune?
Uh, I can't see at the moment. My eyeballs aren't working,
Oh, all
so I'll
right.
have to pass on that. I could play. It's just like I can't read the notes right now because I'm like it says C, and I'm like, oh crap. So my prescription just changed, so I'm blind as a bat right now. I have to go get another pair of glasses again for like the fifth time, and
Oh boy.
so yeah, this is it's not fun. Like yeah, so Anyway, yeah, I can see you because you're huge on the screen because my screen is the size of my torso. But otherwise, like if the text is tiny, I'm screwed. So
How many fingers am I holding up?
I see three, but you know the
Okay.
finger the three fingers are as big as my face. So
Okay.
if I
One way to
couldn't
go.
see that, that would be an issue, right?
Um,
So, and this is
all
why
right.
I'm not driving because I will kill everybody. Anyway, yeah.
Fair enough. Self-driving cars. We're far afield, and I am sleepy and tired.
All right.
So the point I was saying was ChatGPT does the heavy lifting for us. It gives us the show outline, and then we discuss what it has to say, agree, disagree, that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Should we dive right into it? There it is.
It's been 20 minutes, so yeah. Let's dive right in. Right on time. Right on time.
Nice. Tell you what, because we are getting people live reacting to the show now to watch the actual show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy the digressions? Do you go, oh my God, guys, shut up and get back to what you're talking about? Are we entertaining enough? Do we digress more or less or exactly the same amount? Please let us know in the chat, so to speak.
And I'll make a poll. I'll even make a poll. Fancy.
Oh, you make a poll. There you go.
Yeah.
I really hope they like the digressions because I don't know if I want to do this show if we're not going to digress.
That's half the fun.
Right? Here we are. Oh, here we are. We're live. Who we got? Who's D Calizo has liked us already. Thank you, D. So we're calling you out. Let us know. Let us know in the chat
if you like the digressions.
Yeah.
Where did they like us? Was it Facebook or was it?
Facebook, yeah.
Okay, cool. So here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, I see D Calizo. There you go. Likes your video. Earl Needed. Nice. Hi D. So
all right. So we asked ChatGPT this week. I need help with another Earl and the Idiot episode. Acting as a marketing expert, talk about ways to expand the top of the funnel to not only target direct potential clients, but also people around the potential clients. I need 3 actions to take to grow my business through indirect marketing, 2 things to avoid, and 1 red hot tip on how to really grow through indirect marketing targeting efforts. Okay, I don't know if I'm just sleepy or stupid. I don't get it.
Explain this to me. So let's pretend it's a dartboard. Okay.
And what, dartboard? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a dartboard, and everyone's trying to hit the middle, right?
Yeah.
Right. Or the triple 20 if you know what the hell you're doing. But let's just pretend that you don't know what you're doing, and all you want to do is hit the bullseye, right? And most marketing is that. It's this. I want this target, right? Like good marketing usually is I want to hit this one target. But the thing is, it's like horseshoes and hand grenades sometimes. It's sometimes you can hit around the target and it'll blow up and it'll still get the thing you want, right?
Okay.
And so a lot of marketing doesn't necessarily have to be exact direct, right? So there's a couple of different schools of thoughts. One side is just they can fog a mirror, quick shoot it, right? And so that's a target. Or hey, I want a specific like ICP. Like it's your exact customer profile, like ideal customer profile.
Okay.
And so once you have like it's the exact people that we want to target, and so you have this, do they breathe? And then you have this ICP, and then you have this. What we're talking about is today is kind of in the middle between that. So it's not exactly the right kind of person, but it's the people around the people. So even if you miss, you get some of them anyways, right? So it's just widening the top of the funnel, so you just get more people in it, right?
Right. Okay. And so top of the funnel, that's where people, the sort of general public or whoever you're going after, enter into your funnel. I'm trying to come up with another analogy.
Yeah.
And so these would be things like, I mean, like a print ad, like a banner would be a top of the funnel sort of thing. Paid ad, Google ads, Facebook marketing,
right.
Email. I guess we can't do spam emails, but
you can. They just don't work like they used to because they sort them now, right? They stick them in the promotions tab, and then no one ever reads them. So
what other things would exist at the top of the funnel?
Well, anything can be at the top of the funnel, right? A book, right? It could be a podcast. It could be this, right? It could be a radio ad. So the top of the funnel stuff. Now, I'm just saying relax a little bit on the targeting sometimes. It doesn't have to necessarily always be so stringent. Because once you start to relax, you end up finding weird stuff that you never thought would have worked, right? And so that's where the exploration comes in. So in the beginning, target. relax once in a while just to see what happens, just to see what the data comes back with, and then just follow the numbers, right?
Okay,
So
that's perfect. Actually, I'm doing that with a client of mine right now. So that gets a start. We won't get into any specifics here because we'll see what ChatGPT has to say. But you called it rungs, and so that's the meaning behind today's background image.
right. So on a
Reaching,
ladder, like you don't have to hit that exact same, step. You can go one or two rungs away,
yeah.
and it still works, right? So yeah.
I tried to make this not look so dramatic. I gave it a couple different prompts. I just wanted like an aluminum ladder and a clear blue sky, and it kept giving me these really dramatic oil paintings. I even said make it more realistic, but it just I think it was I said a hand reaching for the rung of the ladder. I think it felt it was some kind of religious symbolism or something. So it really went to town.
Oh, it gave you the Bible ladder. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. And when I point my finger, you can see that I'm in a mall. There you go. There's a lady behind me. I have
Oh,
to get her to sign a waiver to appear on camera.
just the back of her head, anyways.
Yeah.
So, all
Okay.
right.
Right. Get on with it. So ChatGPT is always obliging, and it says absolutely expanding the top of your marketing funnel to not only target direct clients but also those around them is a great strategy. By reaching out to people in your client's circle, like influencers, referrals, or even adjacent industries, you can generate more opportunities for growth. Here's how to approach doing it. 3 actions to take to grow through indirect marketing. 1, leverage strategic partnerships and collaborations. This comes up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when we ask ChatGPT for advice, look for companies or individuals who serve the same audience but are not direct competitors. We've gone over this so many times. For example, if your clients are businesses in the real estate sector, collaborating with a home staging company or a financial advisor might help you both cross promote through webinars, joint ventures, or events. You can tap into new networks and increase visibility.
So, this is my favorite topic on
Yeah,
business growth.
maybe that's why I love that.
Joint ventures and whatnot. But the thing is, it's just so versatile, right? So being able to, hit people, I guess, 2 circles out from the dartboard or 2 rungs up the ladder or whatever analogy you want to use, right? Um, so yeah, looking for people who are kind of in the same similar target market, but you can target. So let me give you like an absolute weird one. This is completely out of left field. I don't remember if I talked this to you about this to you. I talked about this to other people and they were weirded out. And I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, so no one's thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my clients was a financial advisor. Okay. And I'm like, hey, you know what's coming up? The Taboo Sex Show. And they're like, wait, what? What the hell does that have to do with my target market? I said, well, you don't know. I mean, so you really don't know. And they're like, no, please enlighten me. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, anybody who's into fetish or that sort of thing, that type of sexual thing, usually they have more spending power than the regular Joe because that shit's expensive, right? So to be able to afford all these extra things, they need more money. So they have the money. So if you're a financial advisor, that's where all the money is. So it's really simple, follow the money. But like, so he's like, so you want me to advertise at the Taboo Sex Show? And I'm like, absolutely. Right. I told him, this is what you're going to put on your banner. What's sexier than money? More money. Right. And so he put that there. Everybody laughed. He got a crowd. He got so many leads. It was crazy. And this is what I mean about second, 2 rungs away. Like, how many financial planners advertise at the sex show? Only one, my guy, right? And he
Right.
got so many leads. It was insane. And he's like, Earl, thank you so much. This is what I mean by 2 rungs away. Nobody else is there. So you're the only guy there. So who gets all the financial leads? You, right? So this is what I mean about not necessarily direct target. So most people who are direct targeting are like, okay, well, let's target the financial sector and let's target all the high-end restaurants and let's target all the high-end coffee shops.
It's like with that, it's like if you're going to target what financial people, like you're going to go to a financial convention, it's going to be full of other people like you.
Right. I'll give you another one. So we took over a coffee shop, right? And we just put a giant pile of money to the barista and said, hey, look, we're going to pay for people's drinks, but only if we say so. So what happens is someone's going to order their drink, right? I want you to look at us and we're either going to go yes or no. And if we say yes, you buy their drink from this pile of money. And so what happened was every time the barista said, okay, yeah, right? So we did this in a high net worth sector. They go, and so the barista just takes from the pile of money, buys their drink, and go, those dudes bought your drink for you. And then they look over at us, and then we're just waving, saying, "Hey," and that's it. We just go back to ignoring them, and they come up to us and say, "Thank you."
Hmm.
The lead came up to us. But do you see how like the coffee shop thing is another rung away? It's two steps away from the actual target market.
Yeah.
We're the only idiots doing this, so we're getting every single lead that walks past. Whereas all the other financial guys are all the other financial seminars fighting 30 other financial guys. I'm like, that sounds like a
Hmm.
terrible idea, right?
You did this like at a financial convention or just in a high end part of town?
No, it's just in a high end part of town.
And you just were evaluating people based on outfits.
Yep, based on outfit and what they said and how they spoke.
So it could have been a shoplifter with a fancy suit, though.
Absolutely, it could have been a shoplifter with a fancy suit, but chances were that they weren't, right? Because they're like, okay, well,
Yeah. How's that for a callback? That was good.
yeah, very well done, well tried.
Um, okay, cool. And then, obviously all the other stuff we discussed before about, hosting events and collaborations with people that are in your zone, but
Yeah,
not your
absolutely.
competitor.
So leveraging strategic partnerships makes sense, but
Yeah.
I'm saying take a next step, take one more step away from the target. Like who thought that fishing in a coffee shop for financial clients would work?
Mm.
Right? Everyone's like, "What the hell did you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I worked like this." Right? Like, who thought that? Hey, let's put up a big banner in a sex show and get financial clients. Right? Everyone's like, "What the hell are you thinking?" And it works because again, it's target demographic. It's message marketing match. I'm just doing it in arenas where you're not used to being attacked, right? And so since
Right.
we're the only one there, we get everything.
I like it. Okay,
Cool.
what's number two? Number two is create shareable content that excuse me, attracts influencers within your niche.
Hmm.
Develop content that isn't just for your direct audience, but also for those who influence them. Think about thought leadership pieces, industry reports, or social media content that's easy for people with large followings to share. This attracts people who may not directly need your service, but have influence over those who do. This way, you grow awareness among people who have the potential to refer you indirectly. I think I'm too sleepy to understand any of this right now. So,
I like it, but I don't.
okay.
So another one of the projects we spent like a bit, like probably like $1 million finding YouTube influencers to market our crap, and we found that the bigger the influencer, the less efficacy we got,
Mm,
right? And so the smaller influencers. Now I'm going to say smaller with quotation marks,
yeah.
right? Because everyone goes, "Oh, they're a micro influencer. They only have 1,000 followers." So here's a stupid question. Have you ever spoken in front of a room of 300 people? It's a lot of friggin' people, right? And so if you have the rapt attention, 300 people is a lot of damn people. 1,000 people is a lot of damn people, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's other influencers with, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers, but they don't necessarily have the rapt attention. So, I find that, so I say yes to what you said, to create shareable content that attracts influencers. But my, secret sauce is don't go too high, don't go too big. Get the micro influencers, and dude, 1,000 people is a lot of friggin' people, right? So if
Mm,
you have 1,000 people who you have the rapt attention versus 100,000 people, and they're kind of looking, they're kind of not. Yo, man, take the 1,000, right? The 1,000 will turn into more sales. The conversion level is so much higher on a smaller crowd because they're that more precise and they're that more of a tight knit community, right? So I got
mm.
this, I kind of completely off whack, where it was, I got the idea from just hitting smaller targets because the smaller targets are just more attentive, right? So
Okay,
yeah,
so
so
but this is talking about creating content for social media,
yes,
online
yes, but you make
content.
the content and you still have to reach out, right? You still have to
Yeah.
tell people, "Yo, I have this content." And so I'm not saying don't reach out to the big guys. I'm saying like just pay attention to whom you're reaching out to because you're going to find higher conversion off of the smaller guys with the higher engagement percentage over
Mhm.
their audience, right?
Right.
Because they're
And
actually
this is
paying
but
attention.
this is saying like this isn't even suggesting necessarily that you like are reaching out to an influencer and partnering with them or hiring them or whatever. This is saying create content that the influencer might share.
True. it's absolutely right. But in this day and age, with the amount of distractions, right, with the amount of ads, right, you're
Sorry,
gonna
like,
see like, well, we get hit with 3 to 5 thousand messages a day. People don't count, right? Like
yeah,
you driving to the mall, were you listening? If you were listening to the radio or whatever, how many ads did you get shown? How many signs did you pass by whilst driving to the mall?
yeah,
Can you name them all? No, it's impossible because you just get hammered with these things, right? So on the radio, in front of you, signage, in the damn mall, you walked. I mean, I'm presuming you're in the food court. You walked from the parking lot to the food. How many ads did you get exposed
yeah.
to? A
Well,
lot.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
From
uh,
where you're sitting, right?
11 ads where I'm saying,
Yeah,
and I'm in off in a corner, not even the middle of the food
right.
court. Mhm.
Jeez. So see what I mean? So that's what
Yeah,
I mean. So just dumping it in the place with the most amount of views isn't necessarily the best strategy, right? So
right.
yeah, create the shareable content, yes. Do the outreach, yes. Don't miss out on the small guys because they end up doing more for you for less.
That sounds like efficiency to me.
Absolutely.
All right, let us carry on. Encourage user-generated content and testimonials. Get your current clients or customers to share their success stories with you, offering them as an incentive to share their offering them an incentive to share their experiences on social media through video testimonials or even writing case studies. Not only attracts new direct clients but creates a ripple effect. People are more likely to trust your services when their friends or colleagues have recommended you even directly. Before we address this precisely,
Mhm.
I was just studying. I was just watching some videos on this, and they're saying that case studies are huge for AI search, right? People
Mhm.
doing their homework on AI. Hey, who's the best contractor in town? AI is going to look at testimonials and case studies and
Mhm.
parse through those. So it sounds like those are becoming even more important now.
Absolutely. So UGC, user generated content, is important because it's coming from a third party, not you, right?
Yeah.
If you come on board and say, I'm the greatest thing ever, right, to somebody, versus we're together and I say, Dan is the greatest things ever, it's a much more powerful. Well, there you go. Even the camera says thumbs up.
See the
So
influence?
it's
The
a it's
influence
a
just spreads out.
yeah. Well, it's a much more powerful position when someone else says that you're great, right? When you say that you're great, now you're just being boastful. When someone else says you're great, so much more power behind that. So encourage user generated content, absolutely yes, and testimonials, absolutely yes. Um, you can't even rank in Google Maps without this.
Reviews?
Right? Yeah, if you don't have any reviews, you will never fly to the top of Google Maps because part of the Google experience is third party people saying, "Hey, this person is legit," right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's social proof, they call it.
Yes, absolutely. There you
Mhm.
go.
Nice. All right. Let's see, I'm having trouble tracking the time, not only from being tired, but we started on the half hour. I'm going,
Yeah.
that would be this is trying to keep the pacing of the show correct. Two things to
Yep.
avoid. One, ignoring the importance of personalization. Even when targeting people around your clients, never
Mhm.
forget that personalization is key. Don't blanket all indirect leads with generic messaging. Tailor your content or outreach to the specific interests of the people in the extended network. Keep them engaged. Being too general will make your outreach ineffective.
I agree and disagree.
All right.
So, in the financial space, as an example, again, there's literally only 12 articles, maybe
There's
15.
one.
Like
Oh, what?
literally only 12 types of articles, right?
All
Or
right.
like 15. But they just beat it to death ad nauseum, right? Should
Yeah.
I buy this stock? Should I sell this stock? Should I hold this stock? Does this stock provide dividends? How are the dividends due? It's all the same crap over and over and over again, just
Mhm.
rehashed a million times, right? And the same thing goes with this where it says ignoring the importance of personalization. So I agree and I disagree. You still make the generic stuff because you need that foundational layer of I know what I'm doing, right? So you
Yeah.
have that layer of we're not stupid. And then you personalize and you deep dive. So I'll give you an example. I'm doing a content map actually for the customer that you're helping me with, right?
Hmm.
And so we've got feature benefit. That's very generic, right? But then we have feature benefit and then target audience. That gets a little more specific. But then we're going to go feature benefit target audience and then what vertical they're in. So we're going to make a special one for each one of these things. So just feature benefit plus audience, feature benefit audience vertical. And when you add the vertical to it, that's the personalization. Because in one sector, they say completely different words that mean the exact same thing as another sector, but they use different verbiage, right?
Hmm.
So it's super important, like, buy, sell, when you're trying to talk about used cars, right, or new cars, is very different between buy and sell on the stock, right?
Right.
It's the same words, but they're not really, right? They use different pieces, and they use different timing, and they use different euphemisms for everything. So
Right.
it's personalization, yes, good, but don't forget to do. It says being too general make your outreach ineffective. No, be general and then get more specific as you go, because the general will. We talked about two rungs, so
Yeah.
it widens the funnel when you're more general, and then once you got them, now make it specific, right? So because you're going to get their attention with the generality, and
Yeah.
then you're going to get them to buy stuff with the specificity, and that's where you get that personalization kind of thing. You
I
you,
remember
you
you,
make yeah.
I remember you saying, and I use this line with my clients, is that when you're first starting up an ad campaign, you're sending your money to die.
Yes,
Because but what you're going to gain is you're going to gain the knowledge of what clicks and what doesn't click.
absolutely, agreed wholeheartedly, right? When you start ad buying, today is the dumbest day of our project. We're going to be smarter tomorrow, right? So that means we're sending our money to go die. But it's the same thing when you send a scout, right? You send a bunch of scouts, some of them are going to get caught, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, the ones that get caught, they're dead. But you got precious intel, right? If that scout doesn't report back when they're supposed to, someone caught them or they're dead. Well, guess what? Wonder where the bad guy is,
Right.
So exactly. Hey, Bobby didn't call us back. Uh-oh. Right?
Oh, trouble in Bobby's sector.
Exactly.
All right. Good. Let's carry on. So number two thing to avoid: overlooking the power of retargeting. This is something I think I really need to get a handle on myself. It's
Yeah.
easy to focus on reaching new audiences, but neglecting the power of retargeting can be a mistake. If someone in your network visited your site but didn't convert, retarget them with tailored ads or content. This keeps your brand on their radar and can nudge them towards taking action later.
Oh, so wholeheartedly agree.
Hmm.
It takes an average of somewhere between 7 and 15 touch points for someone to buy your stuff. And it's not that people are stupid, it's that people are distracted,
Yeah.
right? You're
Sometimes they
busy.
haven't slept well.
Yeah. Sometimes they haven't slept well, right? Sometimes they just get busy, right? Like I have, I don't know how many, like countless windows with emotional support tabs open because I just got distracted and wandered off, right? And I'll
Yeah.
probably never go back to that website. My computer will crash before I reopen that tab again. So if I visit the site and I'm not being retargeted, you've just wasted a click and you're not following up. Like you got to follow up, and retargeting is one of those methodologies by which to follow up, right? Like you're looking at something, you're deep in research, the dog starts freaking out and barking at things, you hear a car crash outside, you rush outside. Do you remember what the hell you were looking at 15 minutes ago? Hell
I
no.
don't need
Right?
a car crash to forget. Just go into the kitchen to get a drink of water. I forget what I
Yeah.
was doing.
Sometimes I walk into the kitchen and forgot why I walked in there. I'm like, wait, why am I
Yeah.
here? Right. Old.
And
Anyway,
then you
so
forget you gotta go get a glass of water, go sit down, and go, oh yeah, I was gonna get pickles.
or you get a glass of water, you put it down, you come back to your desk, you go, I'm still thirsty because I didn't drink the damn water till I left at the stupid thing, right?
Good to know I'm not the only one.
Not a problem today. But
There you go.
some days I spend all this time filling that damn thing with ice, putting water in it, running downstairs and going, I'm still thirsty. Damn it, right? The water that I so graciously collected is waiting upstairs, wondering where the hell I went, right?
Mhm.
So there you go. So yeah, retargeting super important. People aren't dumb; they're distracted. So get their attention again, and you spent all that money. Retargeting is a tenth of the price, 100th of the price. So is it worth it bringing them back again? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice. All right, that's simple enough. Now, what is our red hot tip? Oh, this kind of sounds like what we already went over. We jumped the gun. Tap into micro influencers in adjacent industries. The secret to
Oops.
explosive growth. Yeah, yeah, right. The secret to
Good
explosive
that we
growth.
read ahead.
Yeah. Good thing we prepare so carefully for every show. We're very diligent. The secret to explosive growth lies in collaborating with micro influencers. That's a tough sentence. Who resonate with your target audience. Even if they aren't directly related to your product, these influencers often have a highly engaged niche following, just like Earl said. This is why he's the Earl and I'm the idiot. By identifying micro influencers who speak to your client base indirectly, such as small business coach, if you target entrepreneurs, there you go. You can reach a highly relevant but untapped audience, driving both brand awareness and potential leads. Incorporating these actions into your strategy will build a robust funnel. That's the wrap up line. So, I mean, obviously you agree with this because it's exactly what you said already.
Yeah, micro influencers, absolutely. Adjacent industries, micro influencers are perfect. You know what? I'll just give you one more example of this. So we used to sell. Oh, I got it. I actually have it. I don't know if I can unbury this thing without destroying my room here. But there's this product.
Can't hear you if you're talking to us.
Oh, hang on. There's this product called a Buddha board.
Oh yeah,
and it's a reusable art board, right? And so micro influencers, I actually ended up speaking. This is circa 2010, so like this is 15 years ago, at the Museum Store Association. And you're like, what the hell does the Museum Store Association have to do with Buddha boards? Well, all museums have gift shops, so we sell these things to the museum gift shops. I spoke at the Museum Store Association with nothing to do with these things. I just talked about how to get your business online because museums didn't know that, post videos on YouTube of the museum and people will come, they'll want to see it on, in person. They're like, but Earl, if we do that, no one wants to come to the museum. No, you see it on the video, right? And now you want to go to the museum to see it in live, right? And so I had to argue with these people to like, make a video and talk about the thing, and people will come to see it live, and they're like, but then we're going to lose all the people who saw it already. Like, those people were never going to be your customers to begin with. And so, what the hell does Internet Marketing 101 for the Museum Store Association have to do anything with reusable artboards? We tripled our average sale just by doing that because we reached out to that community. And there's your micro influencer in an adjacent industry. What the hell does Museum Store have to do with artboards? Everything. So there you go.
Nice. All right. Well, that one's been covered. So I guess we're on to.
Let me press the button, see if it works.
Yeah.
It did not. Okay, hang on. Hold on. I got to do this manually.
Hack of the week. So
the two-rung formula, I want to give you an example. So I want to bring people to events, right? So I'm gonna give you two weird ass methods to do this. Okay, so number one, like I said, my birthday was on Monday, so I made a birthday offer where I figured out all the free shit you can get in town, and so I'm gonna use the birthday technique to drive people to this thing to build giant lists, and then I'm gonna offer offers to these folks, and I'm gonna use that to drive people to events, right? Like, what the hell does birthday offer have to do with, let's say, fuck up nights? Everything, right? And then we'll use another one. This one, I got to give the shout out to the guy's name is Ty Lopez. He posted this methodology. He hires pretty girls to stand in line at clubs, tells the bouncer to slow the line down, so don't let people in as quickly, and he tells the girls to go get the emails of all the people sitting in the line, right? And that way, anytime we run an event that is targeted to that audience type, we just send the emails out. So you pay the pretty girls $1 per email. They'll get 300-400 emails, right? Like, holy cow. And then you pay $300-400, but that's way cheaper. And that they've engaged with you or your associate because they're standing in the friggin' line, right? And so that there's intent for them to go to a club or go to this type of event. So, he makes 10-20 grand a night when he runs an event now, because of this list. Now, those two lists, the birthday technique and the clubbing technique, can drive traffic to whatever other events I want to run because I know that they're interested in events. then yeah, you know what? That's probably good for the hack of the week. Like just again, it's two rungs away. It's attacking indirectly, and you're building lists. And I've widened the funnel to let people into these architects, and that's really all there is to it. Like you widen the funnel, and people will come. That's all there is to it.
We're not going to example 2, or we're going to wrap it up right there.
Now let's wrap it up at that point. I mean, like that's pretty good. We can always save that for another one. So
save example 2. Okay, cool. Well, any final thoughts?
Yeah, the birthday. Join the list for the birthday hunter thing. So when it comes out, you guys will see it. It's going to be on everything, and I have like 2 or 3 videos for that. And absolutely, the birthday hunter is an absolute thing. So there you go.
The birthday hunter, like that.
The birthday hunter.
What freebie did you get? Freebies? What'd you get? You got your Starbucks drink, obviously.
I got the Starbucks drink. I got the Dairy Queen. I got the Denny's. I got Kiehl's lip balm. I think I signed up for that. And then I got $5 from London Drugs. And I think at that point I said, "Oh yeah, screw it, we're good. We have enough footage for the video." So I didn't actually care about the free stuff. I'm just like, okay, well, let's go get some free stuff to make this offer, because I'm a marketing nerd. So it's like I was more into the marketing offer than I was into the free stuff. So so that's what happened.
Yeah, my last birthday that birthday, it wasn't this last one, but the one before, when I targeted the free stuff, it was I was so full. By the end of the day, I still didn't have my free Dairy Queen Blizzard, and I love Dairy Queen Blizzards. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna explode.
In the video, there's actually there's a video of me turning the Blizzard upside down just to do the Blizzard thing, right? So,
yeah.
And there's a really good cut. There's a really good cut when I go like this for the Starbucks, and it comes back out with a Blizzard, and it was really cool. My daughter did a good job of that. So
pro tip: you can only do the turning upside down thing like immediately on getting it. After your hand warms it up, don't try again.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna make a mess.
So I guess that's it. We'll wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us. Anybody else? Hang on, I gotta check the likes. Where are we at? I need to refresh it. Still only one. Oh,
are we getting more?
No, hang on. Someone made a comment. I hit refresh too soon. All right, we got 3 likes.
Oh, cool.
We tripled our. I should hit like myself. The numbers up. So McDez. Do you know or MC Dez? I don't know if it's McDez or MC
Dez. I know who that is.
Okay. Daniel Andrews.
Yep.
There's D Calizo. So shout out to all you guys.
Cool.
And Daniel Andrews says, emotional support tabs. I feel seen. He says, I quote you on a daily basis. I don't know. He says, I don't know which you that is. It's us. He quotes the show on a daily basis, hopefully.
Oh, awesome. There you go. Emotional support tabs are a thing. That's why I bought the most expensive Mac that you could buy at the time, just so I could have all my emotional support tabs. So, yeah.
I used to try to close them. I was like, all right, I'm going to purge my, I still do, like, every now and then you purge them a little bit. I try to get it down to no tabs, but I can't function that way.
Nope, absolutely not. Like I have probably 12 windows with about 80 tabs each. And so eventually my computer just grinds to a halt and explodes, and I just like, no, it's going to force a reboot, which then it kills all my emotional support tabs, which I'm sad, but then they all live in my history. So it's all good.
I'm currently sitting at nine windows.
Yeah.
Although one was just an incognito window I opened to try to re-trigger a promotional coupon.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I don't know. I definitely not 80. When you get to 80 tabs, you can't even see what the tab says anymore. That's crazy talk.
They shrink real bad, and then like Chrome starts to eat up most of my memory, and then it explodes and blows up. Yeah. But it's about time. I'm going to buy a new computer so I can then upgrade my emotional tab count, emotional support tab count.
And then you use AI to sell your old computer on Facebook.
Absolutely.
All right, we keep trying to end the show very unsuccessfully. So thank you everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you, ChatGPT, for doing the heavy lifting. Thank you, Earl, for the nuggets of wisdom. And
thank you, Dan, for being an excellent co-host, my friend.
You're most welcome. See you all next week. Play us out. Oh, you got to press it manually.
Manual press. Here we go.
There we go.
Thanks for listening to Earl and the Idiot. We hope you learned something you can take action on this week. For more information or to contact the show, visit earlandtheidiot.com. And until next time, remember what Shakespeare said. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Cheers, cheers.